And a very good morning to everybody that's joining us from around the world and Malaysia as well to this live stream feed direct from the Sepang International Circuit. As you can see, it's morning and the bikes are out for day 2 of round 2 of the Pirelli Malaysia Superbike Championship. My name is Jeevan Selvanathan, and sitting with me again in the commentary box is Ross Yusof. Ross, we watched some great classes. Before I get to you, we'll just explain how the structure of the day works. There are going to be 5 classes of race taking part. Super Stock to start off with, the KTM RC390, Superbike, Open 250, Super Sport, and even a very special Cup Tri Endurance class coming up later on. Ross, what did you think of the racing yesterday on day 1?
It was superb racing, absolutely superb racing. The 4 races we saw, the Super Stock, the KTM, the Superbike and the Open and the Super Sport, they were all so competitive. From a commentator's point of view, it was great fun commentating on it because it was constantly changing.
Yeah.
And it was, and you know, the weather held firm. It all went so well yesterday.
Well, we'll get to the yesterday. Yesterday being the key thing. Things change very quickly in the Superbike Championship. We'll be getting to the weather a little bit later on. Right now, what Ross is saying is exactly true, in that a lot of media attention and a lot of the cameras of the world, we should say, we're both sports journalists, of course, are centered on the likes of MotoGP and some of the bigger World SBK championships as well. But it is these classes that are producing the riders around Asia and the world. And what we saw yesterday was some of the closest racing that we've seen in a long, long time, as Ross said, in every single class. And I think the one I was talking about yesterday was the KTM RC390, where it was 8 bikes from the start, right the way to the end. And
let me just butt in. If you don't know what Jeevan's saying, the KTM RC390 race, every single bike, identical specifications for all riders.
So it wasn't pure accident that they were all together, but it came down to braking, and it was about rider development. Now, we'll be telling you throughout the day as to what these championships are all about, and of course what the running stories are as we go in. We're kicking off this morning, and we did warn you yesterday that things would be starting bright and early, and that would lead to massive environmental differences up at Sepang. This Herman Tilke designed track, around about 5 kilometers, was built here for a specific reason, because of all those hills and all that sky that you see in the background, that it changes very, very quickly. Yesterday, as an example, the track temperature got up to 57 centigrade.
Absolutely, and we're expecting it to be a lot lower this morning, maybe in the 40s.
Well, I've actually got a stat for you already. 29.4 is what it's at right now.
Wow.
That's a full 30-degree drop. As we take a look at the opening grid for the Super Stock class. Now, if you are a stranger to motorbikes, then, well, what this is essentially the Pirelli Malaysia Superbike Championship is a motorbike extravaganza. You get different classes of bike racing throughout the day, and these Super Stock bikes are not that far off from the big blue ribbon event of the super bikes that will be coming up later on.
These are generally closer to your road bikes that you would get, and where they differ from the super bikes is the amount of money spent on them.
Literally,
on onboard electronics, for example.
As with most things, money does make a huge difference.
Absolutely.
And I can tell you, it's around about $9,000 US that's budgeted to every superbike for all those extra ergonomics and electronics and telemetry and weight shifting and all the other little tricks you can put, not little tricks, but little pieces of technology you can put in to get faster times. Whereas with Super Stock, it's around about $4,200 US. So as you can imagine, these are far more production chassis based bikes, and it is the less technology you get in biking, the more rider skill you get as you go through. So as we look at the circuit that they are going to be racing around
12 laps, around 5.542 km, a total of 15 corners, the longest straight being 927.5 meters.
And we can tell you from what we watched yesterday, there are about 2 or 3 really interesting corners. One of them is a chicane, which calls for heavy braking. So it doesn't matter what kind of power of bike you've got or what kind of ride or balance that you have on it, that's just about braking faster or braking harder or braking later than your competitor. And we saw some very, well, not wild riding. These riders, of course, are all, you know, they've been riding for a while now. But I remember Rajini Krishnan K was desperately trying to cut into the top three and taking some very wild lines around, especially that area just behind where you're seeing the grid now. As they turn off the back straight into the front straight, you can see that wide runoff just in the top of your corner. Well, that's where we saw a lot of really good moves happening yesterday. Now,
and we're expecting the same today.
Exactly the same, if not better. Of course, race 2, as you can imagine in all sport, is the ultimate race. Whatever happened in race 1, whatever points were picked up in race 1, and we'll just give you a quick idea as to how race 1 went. It was a very, very good race for Mohammed Hafiz Noor Azman, first of all.
Yep.
First of all, let's just say, out of the top 10 finishers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Malaysians. Good to see.
Which is brilliant, yeah.
Fantastic.
Hafiz Noor Azman rode a stunning ride. Very close. He was pushed all the way by Nasaruddin Mat Yusof, who finished second.
Well, Nasaruddin Mat Yusof now quickly turning into the stars. We see the 3-minute board on the grid. Just a quick roundup. This is a 5-event championship, of course, so it's very important to pick up as many points as possible in the early races if you want to get that lead going.
25 points for coming first.
25 points for coming first, 20 for second, 16 for third. Those are the key podium points. 13 for fourth. I'll tell you why. I told you that in a second. 11, 10, 9, 8, and then it goes all the way down to 15. Now, currently in round 1, which was on the 18th of March, Nasaruddin Mat Yusof, our star, won that race, race 1. Keith Parrott came in second from Scotland. He got 20 points from that. And Jonathan Sarapika, the Swiss rider, came in third with 16 points. Race 2 from round 1 saw Jonathan Sarapika win that race and get 25 points. Nasaruddin Mat Yusof came in second with 20, and Keith Parrott with 16 again, or Keith Parrott with 16 in third. And then, of course, there was the race yesterday,
where Noor Hafiz Azman won, but Nasaruddin earned himself very nice points there, coming in second. Keith Parrott capped in the points by finishing fourth.
Consistent, yeah.
Yep, and Jonathan Sarapika, of course, finished third in yesterday's race. So the overall standings at the moment, after 3 races?
Well, now you're looking in the middle of round 2, yeah, after 3 races.
You've got Nasaruddin currently leading on 65 points. Second is Jonathan Sarapika on 61. Third place, we've got Keith Parrott on 49. And Hafiz Noor Azman, yesterday's winner, nicely poised in fourth on 25.
And that's where we stand, and that's what we mean as we come into race 2. It's like the away leg of a football match. This is where it all counts. If you're going to walk away from this racetrack today, then as we see the 1-minute board go up, most of the people will be clearing the grid now. So what we're really looking for, Nasaruddin ideally would be looking for an ideal 20 to 25 points here to really cement his way through. And he, of course, qualified with 2:15.824, and that has put him second on the grid after Mohammed Hafiz Noor Azman. Sarapika is in third as well. Now, a sighting lap, a warm-up lap for all these superstar riders. This is race 2. Welcome once again to all of you early birds. What a late night you had last night in Malaysia. This is the Pirelli Malaysia Superbike Championship. Of course, not with that one. I wonder what happened there. And they're off for their cycling lap. The engines.
23 bikes around this wonderful Sepang circuit. It's been kept dry for the majority, in fact all the races, big races yesterday. As we look at the grid positions, Hafiz Azman has got the first row along with Nasaruddin and Jonathan Sarapika. They are in positions 1, 2, and 3.
That's going to be a tight fight. There's that Keith Parrott. No wins yet, but still in contention with another fourth place. Last one, Abdul Malik and Dominic Chang from Singapore take 4, 5, and 6 wins.
Adib Zulfadli Rosdin, M. Jamalul Tamizi and Charul Nizam Ramli make up the third row in 7, 8, and 9.
Razali bin Masood, Mohammed Najib Alias, and Lee Wei Hong, the 3 Malaysians in the 4th row, 11, 12.
In the 5th row, Adib Ali, Muhammad Zairi Zaharuddin and Sandesh Prasannakumar make up the fifth row in 13, 14 and 15.
Row number 6 sees Mohamed Fawzi Abdul Abdul Aziz Al Ibram and Saul Mohamed Zalim in 16, 17 and 18.
In 19th position, Mohamed Farizan Benoit Courtois of France in 20th position, and Mohamed Ridwan in 21st, pick up the 7th.
And row number 8, Pankim Mun, Hamdan bin Ahmad and Charajit Singh in 22, 23 and 24.
And our last two riders, Noor Hamiduddin Abu Hassan and Muhammad Akif Assarom, bikes in positions 25 and 26 on the last row.
So all the bikes ready now and ready to go. As you can see, it's going to be very tight at the front. Once again, what we saw yesterday was an enormous fight between Hafiz and Nasser and Madu. Especially when it was an early start that actually looked like was just going to lead from start.
We can kind of expect the same thing again today, but maybe Keith Barrett might have a bit more to say.
Well, we were talking about it, and we did say that it was going to be different this time round because it's in the morning. It's a lot cooler. The track temperature now is back to 30.5 centigrade. It's 9:12 in the morning, so it's different for the riders.
Okay, just to give you an idea, that's a 20-degree shift from what they faced yesterday.
So if you think of there's the parts of the bike, the tires especially, much cooler track. It's a touch and go as to whether rain will turn up in the mornings in Malaysia. If it does, there's going to be some very quick changes. There's no refueling allowed on these Malaysia Superbike Championship weekends.
Certainly will make it fun commentating.
Will make it fun commentating, but let's just hope all the riders are safe out there. There is our familiar man with the red flag. He's going to be joined by a green flag at the back of the grid, and once those two flags are together, they will make their way off the grid, and then it's the familiar motorsport situation of the 4 red lights that go out. I think we're ready now for Superstock Race 2. Who's going to take it? Is it going to be another fantastic ride from Hafiz, or is the star Nasruddin Mat Yusuf? We've just seen somebody fall over off his bike. He's trying to pick it up. He can't get any help with that. He is getting some help from one of the marshals. Well, that's going to really put him off his game. You can't see his numbers. We can't tell you who it is. Looks like row 5 though. Now that everybody's on their bike, that green flag should start going. So 12 laps to kick off day 2, round 2 up here in Sepang. Stick with us all the way. Remember, there are some rookies in this pack as well. There will be a separate podium for them later on. Separate from the main podium. And look at those 3. Jonathan Sarapica with another fantastic start in that yellow bike of his. That's exactly what he did yesterday.
Yeah, the distinctive yellow front surging ahead and getting to the turn first.
And it looks like he's going to be okay. And all the bikers, thankfully, are out of turn 1 and are into the chicane and looking like they are settling into their positions. Now let's have a look. Jonathan Sarapica already under some serious pressure, but he seems to have the run on. Looks like Hafiz. It was Keith Parrott, in fact. Jonathan Sarapica right there. It was Keith Parrott. He jumped off the grid. He looks like he's in second spot. So let's run to the front line that we'll know, but I do believe that is Keith Parrott in front and Jonathan Sarapica in second. Confirmation of that now. Is that a 46?
Hafiz Noor Azman looks to be third at the moment.
Well done, Keith Parrott. That is indeed Keith Parrott. And let's see whether he can score his first win in the Superstock Championship of this 2017. 12 laps not to go though. Long way to go. This is one of those corners we talked about. The big braking corners was so different in the morning.
Nicely negotiated by the leader, Keith Barrett. A nice pack of 4 riders, not far off him.
Well, Keith Parrott has just put in the fastest sector 2 time are 2:21.359, 2:22.181 for Keith Parrott, Mohammed Hafiz Noor Adib Zulfadli Rosdin is in third, Jonathan Serapika is in fourth, Aswan Abdul Malik is in fifth, and Jamalul Tamisi is in sixth. That's not off it.
So one lap down, 11 to go, and Keith Parrott, who finished fourth yesterday, he must have looked at the standings and thought, you know, great shout.
Well, they do say in many sports that you don't have to win stuff. It's really about consistency. That's definitely a change there.
Hafiz Noor Osman's taking the lead from Keith Parrott at the moment.
Hafiz on the white bike there, Keith Parrott in the black and yellow. That was a good move from Hafiz to do that. That's definitely Hafiz in the red and white up front. It looks like Zulfadli Rosdin coming in third, but we're going to have to check again in the front of the lap to find out. But Keith Parrott just needs to come to this fast turning, come to the best timing, and he is fast through section 32 seconds. Section 2 means that he is trying desperately to get that first place.
Of course, for Hafiz Osman, in terms of championship points, he only got his first points yesterday. And if he can get a podium finish again today, then that certainly will push him up there.
Exactly as I said, he didn't get enough points in the first round. Well, there is Hafiz, he's just gone past. That's the back straight, there's been a big break into the front straight. Keith Parrott's still looking in second. That does not look like Adib Zulfadli in third.
As they come round to complete their second lap. Hafiz Noor Osman, 2:15, 2:20. Keith Parrott currently in second. Adib Zulfadli Rosdin is in third, and Nazaruddin Matyusov has gone up to fourth at the moment.
In the points as always for Nazaruddin, and we're talking about consistent finishes. While Keith Parrott may have consistently finished fourth, Nazaruddin's been notching up first and seconds, so if he can use this fourth position he's in now, and it looks again that we've got a breakaway pack at the front, Hafiz with that leg just to keep the weight shifting just right as he gets into these corners. Don't forget that this is open track, it is heating up now, basically generally, well, goes with the sun, and you can see the sun rising around about 10 o'clock. That track temperature is going to jump by about 10 to 15 degrees. That's going to be interesting to see how some of these races fare with it. Keith Parrott, moving fast now.
Fastest in segment one, but Hafiz Noor Osman is the man to catch at the moment. Fastest in sector two, because he's lapping in 2:15, 2:20.
That fast Lotus bike is now the second time. Adib Zulfadli wasn't doing well. His first points will be coming through from the right, and I can check on that. And of course, Jonathan Serapika is now down to 7. And he's going to be looking to get some great points here. Now that this was a big winner round one, he's going to get some points in. He's going to start Nazaruddin really racing away round two.
It's just not more impressive.
Well, this could be it. These are some of the tiniest factors going to make this in the end, whether it's being a moving person, as you can see already yesterday, we could hardly see the whites of the PKs. Well, today you can see the sun rapidly rising.
And you can see the gap between Hafiz Noor Osman and Keith Parrott. It's a 1.008 second gap at the moment, just over a second, but that's quite big in racing terms.
And interesting also to know that Nazaruddin Matyusov just put in the two fastest section 3 and section 4 times, 41 and 33, so he's definitely making a charge.
Rapidly gaining ground on Keith Parrott is Nazaruddin.
Rapidly. And I wonder if Keith Parrott is going to settle back into his, I'm not going to say usual fourth position, because he has a fantastic start. Probably deserves something from it. But Nazaruddin,
Did you just call him Rose?
And I didn't say Arsenal, I said usual. I said usual, but essentially, yes. If you're going to look at it in football terms, and I knew you would at some point. But here they come through, and that is Jamalul Tamisi had a good race yesterday, one of the rookies.
These are the super stock bikes you're watching going around. They're not too dissimilar to the super bikes. A lot less money has been spent on them. These are as road bike worthy as you can get racing at the moment on the track.
Yeah, they're as relatable as you can get as well. And this, once again, is the first of the championships. It's running for day 2 of round 2 of the Pirelli Malaysia Superbike Championship. There's one tuned into. I shouldn't use tuned into, it's such an old-fashioned term. It's what you were logged onto. Because this is a digital live feed direct from Sepang International Circuit. That will be happening all day. So if you want to get your motorcycle action, log on www.sepangcircuit.com, or of course just stick with us.
9 laps to go, and Hafiz Noor Azman currently leading from Keith Parrott, but Jonathan Sarapika is motoring some, and he's pushed out himself up to 6th place now. Nazaruddin Matyusov nicely in 3rd, and of course all eyes on the front, but at the moment this is the battle for 10th position you're looking at.
Adib Ali, Mohamed Fauzi, Razali bin Masood and Mohamed Najib Alias. They're having a right scrap in the middle of the track. There's the breakdown for the top 3. As you can see, Hafiz Noor Azman is just picking up where he left off yesterday.
2-second gap now.
Qualified very well yesterday. Had a good result. Won the race, and now looks like he's looking for a double.
There's a 10-second gap between number 1 Hafiz and Jonathan Sarapika, who's dropped back down to 7th again.
Well, I wonder if he's got any troubles with that bike. He just put in the fastest section 1 on that note, 26 seconds. So I think maybe it might be a question of he's just not getting quite the ride. There he is there in that bright yellow bike. Let's see what he can do over the next 8 laps. All the way down to Sandesh Rosanna Kumar in 23rd, and he's now 1 minute off the pace. And those Chia Kawasaki's and red lines on the other classes yesterday, but still focusing on.
And up front, Hafiz Noor Azman is still blazing the track. He's put in a very fast sector 2, 32.647.
That's a full second faster than Keith Parrott. Made a second on him there.
This is the battle for second between Keith Parrott, Nazaruddin Matyusov. You can see the best time Keith Parrott there on the screen, 2:15. And here's bike 46.
Nazaruddin Matyusov, 52. And this looks like it's going to be the big battle, but look at that gap that Hafiz has already set himself up for now. Clear road for Hafiz, 8 laps to go. Just hopes he doesn't get any shakes or rattles as he comes through here. That looks perfect for him, and
Using all of the track.
absolutely every centimetre of the track. He's going to be, well, he was very fast in sector 4, and he keeps getting further and further away.
But Nazaruddin Matyusov has been putting in
His own,
fast. Yeah, he was fastest in sectors 3, 4. He did the fastest lap, in fact, last time round, 2:13, 5:10.
So I wonder if he can catch Hafiz Noor Azman, but
Well, he's now second.
Definitely, yeah.
Nazaruddin.
He's definitely pulling away from Keith Parrott.
There he is with Hafiz Azman in his sights, and
7 laps to go, still a decent amount of time to do it. If you can keep these fast sectors going, it looks like he's happiest in sector 3 and 4.
confirmation Nasruddin is the fastest man on track at the moment. 2:13.510. He lapped it. That's even faster than our current leader by nearly a full second.
And he is, as we said, the current superstar of Superstock 2017. And if he picks up at least 20 to 25 points here, then he's going to be the undisputed leader with 3 rounds left to go after that. The dates for those in just a second. As we look at a very interesting move by Hafiz. These are backmarkers. That's Hafiz taking Jonathan Sarapka, if I'm right, and it was indeed. No, sorry, that was a fight between Jonathan Sarapka and Jabal Otomisi. I believe. So that is the fight for 5th and 6th. Sarapka there, as you can tell, having the same race he had yesterday.
Tamizi just taking there.
Now this is round 2. Round 3 will be on the 28th and 30th of July. Mark these new calendars. Round 4, the 15th and 17th of September, and round 5, the 24th and 26th of November. So we don't really have to mark it down the calendar because we have to stick with the internet now. As this looks like a very daring move going into turn 1. Well, everything settles into line, and Jonathan Sarapka is looking desperately for that inside line. Just hasn't got enough boost on him to get through it.
At the moment, Hafiz Azman is riding almost a perfect race.
Yes,
keeping the 2 behind him. But of course, it takes some strength to be leading with 2 bikes herring down in your rearview mirror, and you can see them chasing you down.
Well, I do wonder if they're actually just very small specks in the mirror now. No, they're not that small. But this is Jonathan Sarapka's fight again. That's Adib Zulfadli Rostin in front of him.
And Adib's doing well to try and keep up with Hafiz Azman. Then you feel that Jonathan Sarapka is having problems trying to keep up with the front 2 at the moment.
He's up to 4th, and everybody's taking the foot off the pedal a little bit. Fast laps, it's Jonathan Sarapka that just came in fastest in second 2. We're going to see a charge a little bit later on. Trying his hardest to get past these 2 in front of him.
Halfway stage then of the first race of day 2 here at the Pirelli Malaysia Superbike Championship. A lot of time for you to get yourself down to the Sepang International Circuit as we look at the battle for 5th.
That is between Sarapka in the yellow bike and Jamal Tamisi in the red and white, and Shamdazam Ramli in the black bike was there at the front. But still, Sarapka cannot find that straight line speed that he needs to make the most of it. Well, that's a bit shaky there from Jamil, and I wonder if that's going to bring, yes it is, immediately brings Sarapka in. So, has he got the angle? No, Jamil just rescues himself a little bit. We're on to lap 7 now, 5 laps to go, and look at that. Mohamed Hafiz is 13 seconds ahead of Adib Zulfadli Rostin, who's in second. Now, of course, the big question here we've got to ask for is, why is Nasruddin Yusuf suddenly dropped right to the bottom of the grid? He's in 23rd, and
2 laps behind. He's been lapped. He's obviously got bike problems.
I think he's got bike problems. He must have bike problems. There's no way he's going that slow, which is tragedy for him, because that means he's not going to get any points at all. And it looks for certain now, because his last, well, I can't see him doing any more seconds either, so it looks to me like he's a DNF on lap 5, which is such a shame, because he was the big star, and we'll get you to Nasser.
Adim Zulfadli Rostin in second at the moment is rapidly trying to make up ground on the leader Hafiz Azman. Hafiz has got about a 30-second lead over the second bike, but Adim Zulfadli has ridden the fastest segment 1 and 2 so far.
Well, just to confirm it, I said we haven't got any extra information on our superstar Nasruddin, but he hasn't completed sector 4, lap 5 as we understand it, so we're assuming there was an incident of some sort, possibly an engine blow at that point, so we'll keep you updated as we find out. But that of course means that there's just all the more for others to win, and this means that Aswan Abdul Malik, Adim Zulfadli Rostin and Jonathan Sarapika can have a great scrap right now for second, third and fourth, because it looks like Hafiz Aswan is cleaning.
Yeah, Jonathan Sarapika has just taken second from Adim Zulfadli, looks like.
Just about. What a great line that was from Sarapika. So on the next lap, if he can hold it, then he has just taken third. That would be because it's second, third and fourth that we are watching now. All of these guys 15 seconds behind Hafiz Azman. Coming into our commentary box, and that is a huge shunt that we've seen, and we hope the rider's okay. We're going to have to get a replay of that. He looks like he's okay, he's moving around. That just goes to show you that it's not all easy lines and easy riding. Perhaps it was the drier track in the morning that did it. I wonder if in fact that was a replay of Nasruddin, who knows? We'll try and get you as much. Yep, there's been no. Oh, there's the sandbags. Mike hasn't got up yet. No change to the top 3. So, what an exciting race in a completely different way from yesterday. Yesterday was a very clean, straight up race for all the riders. This time around, Jonathan Sarapika and Oswin.
Adim Zulfadli and Jonathan Sarapika, they're battling for second. 4 laps to go, of course, they are 15 seconds behind the leader, these two bikes you're looking at right now.
That might mean that was Aswan Abdul Malik that had the accident, because he suddenly vanished from this three-way battle, and he also hasn't finished sector 2 of
yeah, we can confirm that it was.
In fact, unlucky. That's what happens when you push these bikes. And what great luck for Jonathan Sarapika in the top 3 and pushing for a second spot as well. He's going to love this. Jonathan Sarapika is fast on that bike. Don't forget.
This is the battle for second you are looking at the moment, and that is.
Now that does look like a bit of help. He hasn't been able to get up, which is a shame, but there's at least some immediate medical assistance. The bike's been taken off as well, and you have to say that was, yes, indeed, Aswani's down. Best of luck, and we hope that he hasn't sustained any serious injuries at all and can walk away from that. Unlucky on Aswan.
Back to the race then with 3 laps to go. The battle for second is hotting up. Jonathan Sarapika in the yellow bike there, closing up on the second place bike, Adim Zulfadli Rostin, and this battle, well,
sizing him up.
Yeah, he's looking for the right spot to maybe make that pass.
Well, he's going to come out wide, then he's going to cut inside, and after that, if he can, he looks a little bit too far away there, but let's just see how fast he's there. Both matching each other. absolutely in sector times, 33 and 42 and 26 that entire lap. So
they are the two fastest bikes
at
at the moment on track. Because the leader, Hafiz Noor Azman, is 15 seconds behind them. He's on lap 10 now, Hafiz, as these two in second and third.
Well, we do have some great stories from our first race from Race 2, or Round 2 of the Race2 Superbike Superstock Championship. That is, of course, a double win for Mohammed Hafiz Noor Azman this weekend. After winning yesterday, he's won it again here. Unlucky for Azman, one of our retirees, didn't finish, and of course the superstar Nasruddin Yusuf as well. After 5 laps, something went wrong there. He was desperately looking for some points as well. Good thing he picked up some yesterday. But this is how exciting he gets it. It looks like Jonathan Sarapica has got the line that he wants. Just about that time, if he just close up a little closer. But I can tell you one thing, seeing that yellow bike so big in your mirrors is definitely going to pressure you. And if I'm right, that has to be our leader. Should be.
Looking at the back markers there.
That's Razali with Massa. And these back markers could be the difference, really.
Well, of course, it's in their best interest to finish. Points available all the way through to 11.
Sarapica has closed up a second so far on Adib. I wonder if he's going to be able to pull off the second place. But Adib has responded by juicing up the gas just a little bit. Great racing in it. You can see that it's nice and easy front stuff from Mohammed Hafiz. He's just for these last few laps just putting on the burners.
And there is our leader, bike 98, Hafiz Noor Azman. He's a good 16 seconds ahead of second and third. The battle between Sulfadli and Jonathan Sarapica. And what a great weekend of racing it's been for Hafiz Azman.
It really has, hasn't it? And he's come out so well.
He's on his final lap now.
Yesterday he finished the race with 27:04.135. Let's see what he comes up with this time. Oh, and a sudden fast sector from Adib Zulfadli, section 4, just to get ahead of Sarapica. Pulled an extra second on him there. And I think that means on this last lap that, well done to Jonathan, of course. He was down to 7th, so it is good that he's going to be picking up some points. But fantastic performance from Hafiz Noor Azman.
Absolutely.
A double win in Superstock.
Faultless ride in race 2 in the morning. Temperatures not as high as they were on track yesterday. It was a good 20-degree shift between their race yesterday afternoon and this race now, as the leader on his last lap, looking majestic. Hafiz Noor Azman.
That's not what the foot wrong, you can say that, or a wheel wrong, you should say. And it's a good 15 seconds ahead of the rest of the pack. Now, as we said, if you were expecting Nasruddin Yusuf to be dominating this tournament for the first round and first half of it, he came second, of course, yesterday with 27.5.821. Well, he had problems on lap 5 and had to retire, as did Azman Abdul Malik, who we hope the best for, as he had a little bit of a shunt and he flipped the bike as well and had to be stretched off. So
Yeah, at the point he was fighting for second, third.
that's right, with Jonathan Sarapica and Adib Zulfadli. And that is the final battle, really. Shahrul Nizam is in, Rabli is in 4th, Dominic Chang losing points for him as well. He's scored 4. Adib Ali in 6th, Razali bin Massa in 7th, Mohammed Najib Ares in 8th, and Mohammed Fawzi Akbar and Keith Parrott in 10th. So Keith Parrott will be picking up 4 points, 6 points this time. So I wonder if he's going to be the slow burner for the championship. And there's the checkered flag.
Hafiz Noor Azman picks up 25 precious points to go with his win
Yesterday.
Yes, in race 1, and that pushes him up to 50 and definitely in the reckoning.
Definitely in the reckoning, absolutely. Nasruddin still on top with 65. And Jonathan Sarapika, of course, now with this third spot and an extra 16 points from it, is going to go up to 77. So he's going to be the new championship leader. He's in second. He's sorry, I have to recalculate because if he has finished second, and he has, he's got 20 points. So now he's on 81 points and the leader.
Shahrul Nizam Ramli's just finished 4th. Dominic Chang's come in 5th. Adib Ali has finished 6th. And Razali bin Masood in 7th so far.
Dry track, different results, and Keith Parrott, it looks like he's got an 8th spot, which is going to give him 8 points as well. So Keith Parrott with his 8th goes up to 57 points, which is going to be just more than Hafiz Noazman, who is now on 50. Jonathan Sarapika is now on 80, on 81 I should say, and Nasruddin on 65. So that is the championship standings, but that's the man we should be pointing to. That's the man we should be fist pumping for, because that's the man that pulled off a double in the Superstock class for the Pirelli Malaysia Superbike Championship 2017. Well done to Mohammed Hafiz Noazman on that fast swap motorsports bike. 27.08.610, so actually slower than his yesterday's race of 27.04.135. But seeing as how he was in the front,
I think we'll let him have that.
I have 4 of the 15 seconds he was ahead of everyone else, so really good ride from him. It always amazes me how they manage to keep their hands and do that. Always does. These guys have been riding for a while. So that is the Superstock class taken care of. Up next will be the KTM RC390. We'll get to all the details about that. Of course, should be a very interesting race indeed as well. If you want more information on the Superstock class or any of the classes from the Pirelli Malaysia Superbike Championship, get on to www.sepangcircuit.com. There's news, views, results, live streams like this as well. There's Jonathan Sarapika, right? And he's happy because he's now the championship leader.
Giving congratulations rightly to Hafiz Azman.
Yeah, 81 points, that worked out really well for him. And we'll try and get you the stories as to what happened to Nasruddin Yusuf. And of course we all saw what happened to Azman. Abdul Malik built the very best for him. State-of-the-art medical services, of course, available. We're talking about some of the people who work around SIC. Well, they're the ones that are always on call. As the riders pull into the pit for their technical and official regulation reviews and specifications, there's our man, Mohammed Hafiz Noazman, double winner this weekend in round 2.
Terrific ride for the young Malaysian. Jonathan Sarapika finishing 2nd. Adib Zulfadli Rosdin on the podium as well in 3rd, and also great ride from Dominic Chang, who finished 5th.
And we'll be seeing all of them on that podium very, very soon. Once all the bikes get checked out for technical regulations, and of course after the podium, well then we're going to be getting to our next class, which is the KTM RC390. But here are the official stats. Mohammed Hafiz Noazman with a 27.08.610, 4 seconds slower than yesterday. Jonathan Sarapika in 2nd with a 27.23. Adib Zulfadli Rosdin with a 27.25. Shahrul Nizam Ramli, Dominic Chang, Adib Ali, Razali bin Masood, Keith Parrott with important points. They might be key points in 8th. Mohammed Fauzi Akigan and Abdul Aziz Al Ikram rounding off the top 10 in Superstock Race 2.
Just the other finishers there: Muhammad Najib alias Lee Wei Hong, Muhammad Zaharuddin, Muhammad Farizan, Muhammad Ridwan, Pang Kim Muin, Benoit Guarawat, and Akib Basaram, Hamdan bin Ahmad, Charanjit Singh, 11th to 20th there. Of course, we did have 2 non-finishers as well.
And here's some of the others. Jamal Tamisi, these are the people, yeah, these were the non-finishers essentially. And we've got Nasruddin Mat Yusuf is the big one there.
Just did 5 laps.
Yeah, in 5 laps. I was thinking engine bow with that. Aswan Abdul Malik. Welcome back to the live feed direct from the Sepang International Circuit and
prize presentation for the super stock category, and a great race we've just seen there, Jeevan.
Fantastic, great race, and the man there wearing the Aguri #1 Mama shirt, Jonathan Serapico, is probably the man to talk about. He was in 7th and he's made himself up to 2nd, and that has made him the championship leader with 81 points so far from these 2 rounds that we've had of the 5 rounds. So he's in a very good position indeed. But a big word out to everybody else as well, and of course the double winner.
Zulfaqli Rosdin doing well to pick up 3rd, finishing with a good time as well, 27:25.823. And there is our winner, Hafiz Noor Azman. 2 days of great racing in this super stock category for the young Malaysian.
He really got an idea of the track, and of course all of these riders do know Sepang so well, but he really got a good feel of the track yesterday. We saw that in qualifying, we saw that in his race, and today was, as you said, flawless, absolutely perfect. 15 seconds ahead of everybody else on that podium. There's the big jump that we're so used to now. And now there will be a second podium for the rookies as well. I'll be coming up in just a bit. And our next class, the KTM RC 390 Cup, one of the most exciting new initiatives that has been created. Of course, it was created by KTM. How can you explain KTM when it comes to...
Well, what's really interesting about the KTM RC 390 Cup is you've got 23 riders, something like that, and they're all riding identical bikes. So, you know, no one's got an advantage. It's all down to riding skill.
That's
how
right.
brave you are. How late can you brake?
And these, and it's a different kind of championship as well, because it's a championship that's inclusive. It's supposed to bring in normal people. You might be sitting at home right now and thinking, you know what, I'd like to get involved with that. I have a 390 bike. Well, if you do get onto the KTM website, that is, just look for Ready to Race, type Ready to Race into your browser, or the KTM RC Asia Cup, and you'll find out all the details as to how you can get a package to come and race, and you could be on the grid.
Are we going to see you in leathers, Jeevan?
I don't know. I don't know whether one of my secret talents would be actually that. That would be quite funny, because then maybe I could commentate from within the race. That would be even better. But you can get the leathers, you can get the bikes as well, and KTM are the masters of motorbike and in the motorsport world. They've been around for about 50 years. Their headquarters in Austria are just a machine that keeps producing high quality performance technological bikes, not just for the elite,